Hello everyone, this is the Mgtow Cowboy. Greetings and salutations. This evening I have a video for you. I don't know exactly what to consider it. Maybe it's a roast video on me, or maybe it's a motivational video for me, but it is also a video on philosophy. So there's a gentleman that I've come to listen to. His name is Lux Maximus, and Lux Maximus made a video about philosophy, and he incorporated me into his video, unbeknownst to me, but that's okay. He used a not very flattering photo of me. It's very recent, but that's okay, because I'm going to use it, or I'm going to try to use it as a motivational tool. How can I put it? I recently started this new job. It seems to be going well. I'm into my second week of training, and I don't know why, but I'm ritualistic in this way. When I'm forced to change, or when I'm forced to take on a new task, sometimes I like to try to take on other tasks, if you will. How can I put it? Yeah, basically, I started this new job like 9 days ago. I can't remember. 10 days ago now, and I also started back on this keto diet, or this Atkins diet, and I also started working out again. So anyway, yeah, this is a video that Lux Maximus made about me. It's about philosophy, but he incorporates what he calls a degenerate man, which is me. He exemplifies me as, I think he calls me peak subhumanity. And for me, I'll try to use it as a motivational video. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I forget the name of it. Anyone can look it up. It's Lux Maximus, and he is not on YouTube. YouTube does not like him. He's very anti-feminist. I think he's on Odyssey. This is on Odyssey. So I'm not going to show the video because there is nudity. I'll show a still real quick.
Even this kind of creature.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll show a still. There is some nudity in this video, so I can't show it, but I'll show a still that shows me and him.
But even if kind of creature.
There we go. You guys can see. There's me on the left, and there's him. That's Lux Maximus, and then there's me. Right there, you go. You can see I'm not looking too good right there. That's me. I don't know, 12 days ago, 14 days ago. I think like 12 days ago. Right before starting my diet. I've probably already lost a couple pounds. But yeah, so anyway, this is a video that will serve to motivate me. And but it's a good video. I listened to it several times. Basically, he says that men should seek not just to be in good shape, but they should also seek to look beautiful. And I've thought of this idea as well, and I agree with it. I think of the idea of peacocking. I think that men used to peacock much more, and then again, I think women kind of stole it away from us. And I think that now women try to peacock. They try to look like the prettier sex, if you will. And I think that perhaps we should bring that back. And I think of I've brought this up before. I think, like, for example, in black culture, in America, black culture, where like in this, not in the 60s, I think it was in the 70s, you had like this rise of like I don't know what else to call it, like pimp culture. You guys know, like Pimp Don Magic Juan or Dolomite. You have these pimps, and how do the pimps dress? They act very they dress in a very flamboyant manner. They're very stylish. They're like a dandy. So, but this is not necessarily, being a dandy. This is also just taking care of your body. Anyway, so I'm going long. I'll play the rest of the video. This is Lux Maximus. You can look him up.
even this kind of creature. But even if she treats this thing, even if she treats this thing well, I have to, every time I have to scroll down again. The whole ordeal is a disgusting one. No life affirmation, no aesthetic beauty and glory and flow state. And how could there be? How could there be? And then I gave a personal example of this whore here that I used to fuck in my golden years. I used to raw dog and cream pie in my golden years. She was about 21 in these pictures. I write, this whore was a genuine pleaser. Yes, she was a genuine pleaser. I discovered her and shared her with the forum. When I say the forum, I'm talking about the biggest poll. This whore, I used to raw dog and cream pie in my golden years. She was about 21 in these pictures. I write, this whore was a genuine pleaser. Yes, she was a genuine pleaser. I discovered her and shared her with the forum. When I say the forum, I'm talking about the biggest Polish whoremongering forum. After I was done with her, she went on to become a superstar whore in Krakow due to her appearance and character. She got 100 plus reviews on the forum, and these reviews are not just one sentence or two sentences, but they're long reviews. All of them were positive. These men were falling in love with her. But not a single one mentioned raw dog, let alone cream pie. And I was raw dog cream pieing her. I don't doubt for a second that my physique and character as well aided me greatly. And I had some beautiful sessions with her. I think I met her about 10 times in total. So that's my personal. She was a pleaser. If Mgtow Cowboy here went to her, he would feel very special, despite the fact that he's a monster.
Damn.
What would he get to raw dog cream pie her? Would he get to face fuck her? Would he get to kiss her? Who the fuck knows? Probably, judging by the reviews, the 100 plus reviews that she has, and not a single one mentions raw dog or cream pie, chances are slim next to none. And once again, even though he would feel very special, at the end of the day, he goes home and looks in the mirror. At the end of the day, he steps outside and he's well aware of what the fuck he looks like and what he represents. There's no flow state, no life affirmation, no aesthetic glory and beauty ever.
Let me stop it right there and just say I know what he's talking about, because I did have this flow state that he speaks of, this glory that he speaks of, like 15 years ago, many years ago. God, no, more like 20 years ago. Yeah, back in high school, I joined the wrestling team, and I got down to like 161 pounds. I had a six-pack. I definitely know what it looks. I definitely know what it feels like to walk into a room and have everyone look at you because you're in such good shape. But then I let myself go and gained a whole bunch of weight, and yeah, so I know what he's talking about, and it is very nice. It's glorious. It is glorious. And it's very hard to get that, and then once you get it, it's easier to maintain, but it's still a task to maintain it. But no, I do miss it. They say you don't miss what you never had, but I know what he's talking about because I had it once. So, anyway.
In his life. This is from Twilight of the Idols by Nietzsche. Guy puts the cow in cowboy. Brutal. Twilight of the Idols by Nietzsche. Beautiful and ugly. Let's read along here because it's on topic. And I believe we have the first example of a neg, of negging a salute. The first written account of a salute getting negged. Beautiful and ugly. Let us begin here. Man imagines the world itself to be overflowing with beauty. He forgets that he is the cause of it all. He alone has endowed it with beauty. Alas, and only with human, all too human beauty. Truth to tell, man reflects himself in things. He thinks everything beautiful that throws his own image back at him. The judgment beautiful is the vanity of his species. A little demon of suspicion may well whisper into the skeptic's ear, is the world really beautified simply because man thinks it's beautiful? He has only humanized it, that is all. But nothing, absolutely nothing, proves to us that it is precisely man who is the proper model of beauty. Who knows what sort of figure he would cut in the eyes of a higher judge of taste? He might seem a little outre, perhaps, even somewhat amusing, perhaps a trifle arbitrary. And here's a quote. "O Dionysus, thou divine one, why dost thou pull mine ears?" Ariadne asks on one occasion of her philosophic lover during one of those famous conversations on the island of Naxos. So Ariadne is with her lover Dionysus, and he's pulling at her ears. And she asks him, why? Why are you doing that? And Dionysus replies, "I find a sort of humor in thine ears, Ariadne. Why are they not a little longer?" There's the neg. He just negged her. Criticizing her for her comically small ears. Moving on, nothing is beautiful. Man alone is beautiful. And with that, nothing is beautiful, that means that only man creates beauty. Without man, there would be no beauty. Nature does not call itself beautiful. Man alone is beautiful. All aesthetic rests on this piece of ingenuousness. It is the first axiom of this science. And now, let us straightway add the second to it. Nothing is ugly save the degenerate man. The degenerate man, boys. Nothing is ugly save the degenerate man. The degenerate man, boys. Nothing save the degenerate man. The degenerate man, boys. Nothing save the degenerate man. The degenerate man, boys. Nothing is save the degenerate man. The degenerate man, boys. Nothing is ugly save the degenerate man. Within these two first principles, the realm of aesthetic judgments is confined. From the physiological standpoint, everything ugly weakens and depresses man. It reminds him of decay, danger, impotence. He literally loses strength in its presence. The effect of ugliness may be gauged by the dynamometer. Whenever man's dynamometer, excuse me, what the fuck is a dynamometer? Is this something that Nietzsche created, connected with Dionysus? Let's see. No, it's actually the dynamometer. I've never heard of this thing. A device for simultaneously measuring the torque and rotational speed of an engine. Okay. The effect of ugliness may be gauged by the dynamometer. This was written in the 19th century. Whenever man's spirits are downcast, it is a sign that he scents the proximity of something ugly. And mind you, you see that whenever a man's spirits are downcast, it is a sign that he scents the proximity, the closeness, the nearness of something ugly. Now imagine being this man here. He is in constant proximity to something grotesque and ugly and hideous, because he is that thing. He is that very thing. So his spirits are downcast the entire time. Nietzsche continues, his feeling of power, his will to power, his courage, and his pride, these things collapse at the sight of what is ugly, and rise at the sight of what is beautiful. In both cases, an inference is drawn. The premises to which are stored with extraordinary abundance in the instincts. Ugliness is understood to signify a hint and a symptom of degeneration. That which reminds us, however remotely, of degeneracy, impels us to the judgment ugly. Every sign of exhaustion, this is important too, boyos. This is about old age. Every sign of exhaustion, of gravity pulling down your flesh, saggy flesh, of age, of fatigue, every kind of constraint, such as a cramp or paralysis, and above all the smells, colors, and forms associated with decomposition and putrefaction. How do you think this guy smells? Decomposition and putrefaction, I wager. However much they may have been attenuated into symbols, all these things provoke the same reaction, which is the judgment ugly. A certain hatred expresses itself here. What is it that man hates? Without a doubt, it is the decline of his type. The decline of man. The decomposition of man. The aging of man. That is what man hates. That is what man despises. That is what man fears. In this regard, his hatred springs from the deepest instincts of the race. There is horror, caution, profundity, and far-reaching vision in this hatred. It is the most profound hatred that exists. And going back to what Ging said about those subhumans, and how he would never go back to a whore if he found out that the whore was giving a subhuman the same treatment she was giving him, the same special privileges she was giving him. Because that is because Ging has a profound hatred for subhumanity, for that which is ugly, and it's completely understandable. And any person, any human, male or female, that does not have a profound hatred for the subhuman is a degenerate. And Nietzsche concludes this aphorism with, on its account alone, on this account alone, and on its account alone, art is profound. Art is profound. Art, doriferous. The perfect man. This is doriferous, the perfect proportions. From the physiological standpoint.
All right. Well, I guess I'll end it there. Yeah, anyone can go watch the full version. Again, this was Lux Maximus on Odyssey, and he was basically talking about. I'm sorry, for a second I thought I was mistaken. Not ancient Greek philosophy, but I guess you can call it 19th century German philosophy, or Nietzsche. And yeah, just talking about, aestheticism, looking good, and how essentially people want to be around beautiful people, and I can concur with this. People definitely like to be around other people that are youthful and attractive, and when you get really fat, some people just don't want to be around you, and I've experienced that. So anyway, I thought it was a good video, so I thought I'd share it. And who knows, maybe this time I'll stick to the diet. Hopefully I do. Alright guys, this is the Mgtow Cowboy. You gentlemen have a good rest of your day, and don't get married. Alright, bye now.